In this video, I will explain why the Matomo tracking code for e-commerce is the most complex one that you will have to deploy, and I will try to do my best to demystify it. So, first thing first, Matomo does not know that your website is an e-commerce one, okay? Even though you can indicate to Matomo within the backend that it has an e-commerce functionality and then display some e-commerce report, those e-commerce reports won't be filled with data unless you are discussing between your website and Matomo, okay? And even if Matomo knew that your website is an e-commerce, it couldn't be able to automatically track orders without a lot of effort, and this is what we call an integration. So each e-commerce website is different from one another. The only possibility for Matomo to automatically track the order will be to make an effort, which is what we call an integration, and that's the reason why the Matomo team developed the WooCommerce plugin. That's because the WooCommerce plugin is in fact the most popular e-commerce let's say platform that we can find, and that's what you can find over here in the plugin. If you look for WooCommerce, you will find it. WooCommerce Analytics is the possibility for Matomo to automatically recognize that your website is an e-commerce, but as you can see, it's coming with a fee because that's hard, let's say, to maintain. The other thing to know, and that's a fact, e-commerce websites don't know that you need a web analytics solution. As a result, they don't add in the source code the information that the web analytics solution need in order to work. Okay, here it's as a result. What does it mean is like whatever type of e-commerce platform that you're going to take, as they don't know web analytics, they are not using the standards which allow Matomo or other web analytics solution to go and grab the data that Matomo or other web analytics platform need in order to measure an order. So in order to deploy this e-commerce tracking code for Matomo or for any other web analytics platform, you need to browse the developer documentation and ask your developer team to integrate some code on your pages. Okay, you cannot bypass this unless an integration has been developed, so either for WooCommerce or either by going over here in resources, integrations, and maybe if you are lucky enough, you will get a CMS which is listed over here, which integrates let's say the data that Matomo needs in order to fire the tracking code. But high chances that actually the integration is not up to date and may not include the last feature. So to say, your only remaining option, okay, in order to do things properly, is to have an access to this given URL and give it to your developer team in order for them to integrate those codes on your website. Okay, so this can be done at 100% by your integration team. Okay, we'll look at this documentation and then follow carefully the different recommendations in order to integrate those given specific tracking code on the right page. So for the category, that will be on the category product page. The product view will be, of course, on the product page. The one dealing with the cart will be on the cart itself, and the one dealing with the order will be on the confirmation order page. Note that this work can be done as well 50-50 if you are using a tag management solution, because in the tag management solution, the integration team just have to expose the information in what we call a data layer, so that afterward your, let's say, job team or web analytics team can just use some custom HTML code in order to read the data layer and then send the information to Matomo. So, in order to sum it up, why e-commerce tracking is complex? Because the data Matomo needs are not exposed on the page. Okay, that's the most important thing. Then, as well, you have to consider that when a purchase is made, it's not just a single code to put on the page. There are several items which are getting purchased at the same time. As a result, we need to do what we call a loop, which is a specific function in order to read the array, which is composed of the multiple items, so that the tracking code is understanding that there are several products in the order. And as well, you have to consider that when it comes to e-commerce, there are several trackers which are involved. So to say, there's a tracker for the order, there's a tracker for the product or category views, and there is there is as well the tracker for the cart interactions. Okay, so that's why in all cases, adding an e-commerce feature to track orders in Matomo is a complex thing. Okay, so that's something which is going to require some time and some developer integration, because by definition it's complex.